Okay. Alright, lyden er der. Sånn. Og da setter vi på der. Kan jeg se den jævla skjermen nå da? Nei. Vel, den kan bare være... Alright, hi everyone, and welcome to the lobby screen. Yeah, today we're at Lago Maggiore, full circuit with the Ferrari F40s, and I am just going to be doing live comms today with my fellow commentator in driver's room, Mr. Lolpower, and we will open a room with him shortly. As we just wait for Too Fast to open a lobby. I am going to open a lobby chat with Lolpower. Oh, he has opened one already, so let's go say hi.
Hello there.
Hi, Lolpower. I am live, so say hi.
Hi.
that was anticlimactic. Oh well. Yeah. Dual commentary tonight in Drsl.
Yes.
That's gonna be awesome. Just waiting for. Oh, looks like Too Fast has the lobby open.
Yes, I see that. It's quite nice because I never have done like the qualifying commentary, and also with live you can see the splits between the drivers.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why they don't bring that into the replays.
Way too much data, I think.
Yeah. These cars are extremely loud, so I'm just gonna... Alright. Qualifying is more or less underway now, so...
Everybody now on their first out lap on the racing hard tires. The Lago Maggiore Grand Prix layout.
You're very loud on my end right now. Low on my end now.
Oh, low.
Oh, there we go.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, great. Yeah, I am thinking about investing into a real microphone.
One of those you clamp onto your desk or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that myself. Mr. Gary's back with us, and he's in the Diablo, the backup car, right? So.
Yes. The Diablo should be a little bit slower than the F40. Even pops a wheelie heading into the big banky boy.
Yep. I know how these cars were to drive on GT Sport, and let's just say without tuning and proper tires or you know, suspension and all that, they are pretty nasty to drive.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Anyway, Flapjack has started his first flying lap. I believe he's the first one to do so.
Yeah, well, take a look at his run.
Yeah, coming down to the lowest point on the circuit. finishing sector number 1 with a 34.279. Then long left-hander up the hill, need to get good traction, and then it's a left swing into the twisty section of the circuit. You can't really mount the curbs around here, although not too far, because you have the grass on the exit, which can easily put you into a spin. Then heading on to the back straight, down to the big banky boy. Not quite a wheelie from the F40, not like we saw with the Diablo a couple of minutes ago. So far has been a tidy lap from Flapjack. Now heading on to the final sector of the lap, a bit of a slide, but he manages to stick it on the black stuff and keep going. Only 2 more corners remain, both left-handers. And with the final braking zone having done nicely, now powered through to the start-finish line, and he sets a 1 minute 59.6, just below the 2-minute mark.
That
Very
is
tidy lap.
that is insane. Let's see what Sean can do. He's crossing the line now. 2:01.
So already 2 seconds slower than Flapjack. Of course, there is a bit of pace difference between the 2 drivers as a standard, but maybe Flapjack has found something in the car setup which will give him the edge over the competition.
Wait, is there actually setups in this race?
Well, you can fiddle around with the PP level. So there is a max of, I believe, let's take a look, 760. And like Too Fast has said that he's on 759, but with almost maximum downforce levels. So he will be a sitting duck on the straights, but he will be mighty fast in the corners. Speaking of him, Too Fast is currently on his first flying lap.
Taking a look with Too Fast.
He's about 1/3 of the way there for completing that first lap of his. Let's see what is. Oh, as he gets a very big slide and into the barrier. He was purple by 1.2 seconds. But he has ruined it by sliding out, hitting the barrier, getting a 5-second penalty and some rear suspension damage as a little bonus.
He will have to abort that run and try again. Slipstream, we've seen him to be very fast in the past few rounds, so we could end up seeing a good lap from him as well.
Yes, we surely can. Last time around with the 1-hour endurance race, he was very quick, as we could see that Mark GT got out of the way for Slipstream. Now Slipstream also on his first flying lap. So far Flapjack has not improved his time, or anyone else has gone faster than him, so he stays in that first place. Mr. Sean as well, staying in that second place after his first lap.
Well, he's just over half a second slower than Flappy, so he's improved a little bit from his previous.
Yes, he certainly did improve to a 2-minute.1. And further behind there is no real reliable data on who has got the pace tonight.
AG we've seen to be fast, but so far he hasn't kicked out a good lap. His last lap was a 2:07, so he's still to set in a fast lap. Gary hasn't been able to set a good lap yet.
AG did set a purple sector number 2 just then, so he is on pace for pole position or provisional pole position at the moment. As there was a spinner and it was MS2 fast again.
Ooh.
On the back straight, again spinning out.
The chicane kicking his ass a little bit.
Yeah, doesn't seem like the downforce is really doing its job there. But hopefully he will be able to get a better lap in. As Slipstream goes to provisional pole with a 155.9.
Holy crap.
So a very big improvement over the rest of the field.
And AG
goes second.
157.9. Yeah, how fast is Slipstream? He seems to be in a league of his own at the moment. Jeez. Oh,
Mr. Sean has also overtaken Flapjack. So Flapjack currently with a 5-second penalty.
And Sean drifting through.
Oh yeah, you can see the smoke coming off of his rear tires. He heads back into the pits, probably to start another lap soon.
Hello, Forzy.
You know what? I might throw a ping into the server to let them know we're doing this. I think a couple of them would like to see this.
Yeah.
As their Garrett has just spun.
I have my big screen in front of my PC screen, so I can't really link the stream at the moment.
Yeah, no worries. I can do that for you.
Thank you.
Got a triple monitor setup at the moment.
Oh wow, yeah. I got a 42-inch screen in front of my 27-inch PC screen at the moment. So.
Nice. Okay, let's link this one, and then we get a nice hangout at DRFS and a deck. I think that should be sufficient.
Let's see, Gary with a 57.4 in the Lambo. Not bad. AG with a 56.4. Flappy getting some new boots on the car. Alright, too fast. Let's see if this flyer can be the one.
And Dennis is also in the chat. Hello, Dennis. Welcome.
Hey, Dennis.
When are you gonna join these races, Dennis? Okay, back to the circuit. Distinct had a little whoopsie in the first sector, giving himself suspension damage and a 5-second penalty. He will serve that penalty this lap, so his final
Distinct, is
lap...
that Slipstream?
What?
You said Distinct, is that Slipstream?
Oh, sorry, AG.
Oh, yeah, okay.
AG is Distinct.
Ah, yeah, I got the nicknames showing, not the PSN IDs.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually.
Oh wow, then he's just done a 2-hour race at Laguna in ACC.
Who did it?
Dennis.
Wow. Then you are properly warmed up for tonight.
And Too Fast sets a time of 2 minutes, 0.5. Oh, and he hits the wall.
Aye. It will be the final lap for most guys. Flappy still not improving from its first run.
Hey, Gary.
As he heads on to the final lap for his qualifying session, and he needs to put it all together and try to improve from his current P4 position. Too fast in the pits, not registering as in second or third. I'm not so sure.
Take a look at the others briefly. Sean on the outlap. I think Too Fast has thrown in the towel for the quali. Just parked it in the pits. AG and Slipstream, will it be a race between them two today? Or
Slipstream set a purple sector number 3. About 1.5 tenths up, but he runs it maybe a tad too wide. There's the confirmation for 1 minute remaining from Too Fast.
Hey, Loco.
And Slipstream rounds the final corner now to head on to the bit of a lag spike for me. Comes across the line and he does improve his time to a 1:55.9. A little over 3 tenths quicker than his personal best. AG will not be able to set a new lap time.
Maybe?
So, no, he's on his out lap.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He just started his first flying lap, probably only a bit of practice for him. Mr. Sean also Flappy, he will be able to continue on for this lap, but I haven't been following him as closely, so I'm not so sure whether or not he is improving. He is in 8th place currently. He goes up to the line and improves to a 1:58.5, which puts him in 5th place, just in time for the race to start. So it's Slipstream on pole with AG alongside him, then the two Germans. Mr. Sean is in 5th place, with Flappy in 6th. Urk is in 7th, 8th is for Marty T, and last is for Ivano. The 5 red lights are being shown.
Okay.
And it's lights out and away we go, and Slipstream gets a good start.
Oh, Ivano
AG
is
draws
sleeping.
alongside. Into turn number 1, Slipstream has the inside line. And Slipstream stays ahead of AG and Too Fast. Meanwhile, Mr. Sean behind has improved to 4th place. With Gary now in 5th place. Gary, I believe, the only driver to have the Diablo.
Yeah, in tier 1. It could be a few more in tier 2. Oh, and we have a spinner. Who is that behind? Urk.
That is Urk. Urk has spun round. Not sure what caused that, but
could be oversteer, a wheel on the grass, something. Oh, and we saw Too Fast still struggling with the chicane.
As he actually pops a little wheelie heading into Big Bang Boy.
Yeah.
Flappy goes on the inside line. Mr. Sean tries to fight it as well. Too Fast now down to 5th place. Has the inside line for the next left-hander, which will become the outside line, but it is not necessary for him. Flappy is already through up to 4th place.
Gary's in 3rd now.
But there's already a gap forming to the cars ahead. Slipstream and AG already 3 seconds clear of Gary.
They must be using a secret nitro fuel to have gotten that big of a gap already. 2:01 for Slipstream.
And Ivano is smoking on the final corner. He spun out. I was gonna make a joke about Ferraris and smoking. But, he is able to continue on. Oh, but he has dropped it. He has dropped it on the entry to turn number 2, and he just had a little touch with the barrier, which resulted in him getting a 5-second penalty already. So not a great start for the Italian on his home turf, in his homemade car almost.
Seems like the bad luck just follows Ivano around.
Yes, unfortunately for him, it seems to be the case. But up ahead, Gary has managed to pull away slightly from Too Fast, and now Flappy is gonna have a go on Too Fast. Too Fast, of course, with that downforce, might not be that good in a straight line.
Well, we did see Too Fast to be the only Ferrari F40 right now to almost lift off in the downhill.
Maybe he was playing games with us and he has actually got no downforce at all.
Maybe.
But Slipstream is running away with it currently. Almost 1.5 seconds clear of AG behind. And that only after 2 laps. Gary has made a mistake and Gary is off. Gary is off at the penultimate corner. Gary has hit the barrier and drops down all the way to 7th place. It will become 8th place after he serves his penalty, because Urk is already very close to him. But he lost about 15 seconds in that one incident, and that will become even more once he serves his penalty. He does hang around the outside of Urk, so he is still racing for that position, although he is gonna lose it once he serves his penalty.
Well, that makes it clear air for Too Fast and Flappy for the moment, and Mr. Sean, all in a tight, neat little. Oh, I've completely lost my word again.
Happens.
Yep. Just how it is with me. Wow. Yeah. Slipstream.
Oh,
is just,
somebody's off. Mr. Sean is off. Mr. Sean has spun himself out, coming up to the back straight. Gary has lost it again as well. Both of them have got a 10-second penalty.
Oh.
Gary serves this lap, and Mr. Sean will serve it next lap. Oh, but there was a big hit from Mr. Sean. Both front and rear damage.
Ivano also with a 10-second penalty, so he's been off a few times.
People are struggling a big time. AG has lost it as well.
Oh.
He's down to 4th place. And Slipstream is now 10 seconds in the lead, only after 3 racing laps. That's very impressive. Too Fast is in 2nd currently, just ahead of Flappy and AG. Urk has got a 3-second penalty for track extension. Though it has already kicked off. And sadly for Ivano, very far behind. Hopefully he can catch up with, he's having very big difficulties with this car. Seemingly having very much difficulty with keeping it under control.
Like I said, I drove this car in GT Sport. I remember the track as well, Dragon Trail Gardens, and yeah, a lot of people were having difficulties, and it seems like that has not changed in GT7.
But it does not mean they are not getting racy. AG just overtook Flappy through the 2nd sector, heading up into the twisty bit of the circuit. And AG now up to 3rd place, ahead of Flappy.
Slipstream almost 10 seconds, 11 seconds in front of Too Fast. AG closing in on Too Fast.
He is certainly closing in. He has closed it by about a second, only in the last sector. As it will also be a bit of a fuel-saving strategy, seeing that most drivers are already at halfway fuel. So it will probably be a one-stopper at the middle of the race, at the 15-minute mark. We will be most likely to see people coming in for their one and only pit stop.
Do you think they will, well, it seems like some people will probably change their tires, but I see from Too Fast, his tires is extremely good at the moment.
Yes, it is.
AG has used a lot more of his. Flappy has a decent, yeah, I think maybe AG has used a little bit in his spin.
Yeah, although I don't think it's worth the time gained on your competitors by not changing tires. I think you much rather want to change your tires and have fresh tires just like everybody else. Because the time loss with not changing tires is only about 4-5 seconds maybe at maximum. And you can see with how treacherous this car is and how difficult it is to handle and keep it on the circuit, bad tires will not make any improvement on that case. I think AG's tire wear is also pretty bad because of his incident. If he had a spin, yeah, that will definitely hurt the tires.
Oh yeah.
So I think they are pretty even. Last lap for AG was a 1:56.3. For Drfs it was a 1:56.0, which is his personal best as well. But still, AG very close to the back of Drfs. Drfs actually goes in deep, and AG will pick him off, and AG will be up to 2nd place. Drfs just having a slight driver error.
AG just saying thank you and goodbye.
Yes, I think he will be very thankful for that, not having to fight that hard to get that 2nd place. As I think this battle will only be for 2nd place. 1st place Slipstream is long gone.
Yeah, Slipstream is in a league of his own at the moment.
"12 seconds in front of AG.
Doesn't sound like much, but as we can see on the map as well, he is quite a distance ahead.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that AG had a bit of a weird line coming into the big banky boy. And he has another slide onto the grass, keeps it on the road. AG is now pushing it, but at some point it will be very painful for him after he has hit a barrier. But until then, he wants to stretch away from Too Fast. Seems that mostly through the third and 4th sector, AG is quick.
Yeah, Too Fast is gaining a little bit in Sector 1. Maybe not too much. Flappy's trying to catch up, but stabilized distance between them.
And behind, in 6th place, it's currently Mark GT, but he has got a 10-second penalty for a collision twice with the barrier. The last collision being on the penultimate corner of the circuit.
Well, that's going to drop him behind Gary after he serves the penalty.
It will even drop him behind Mr. Sean.
And as we can see, Gary has chewed up his front tires in that Lambo.
But luckily for him, only one more lap, probably once he crosses the start-finish line, one lap left for him to go until he gets, he will get some fresh rubber.
Slipstream coming in to start lap 8. AG's gotten himself a second lead on Too Fast.
Yeah, I believe AG did make a mistake. Because he, or at least, well, never mind, forget what I said. It's clear that Slipstream is the fastest man on circuit right now, even going purple to the first sector on his in-lap. That's very impressive. Gary is already in.
Yeah, those tires were probably done, as we see Sean and Mark GT follows. And
Ivano has retired.
Oh, okay.
So that's unfortunate. Although I understand it in his situation, being about 30 seconds behind your nearest competitor.
Mark has drained the fuel tank on that Ferrari, and Too Fast is looking very low on fuel as well. Same with AG, and Slipstream still not in the red.
And this is very interesting. Mr. Sean has jumped Gary in the pit stops, but Mr. Sean only put in 66% fuel.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a long stretch. Gary put in 83% fuel, which is a bit better, and Mark GT almost filled it completely, but 66%.
That could be a little low. Slipstream was 10%.
Very low. And AG with a second penalty as well for corner cutting. Only with 4%. Flappy continues on for another lap. With only 10% left of his fuel, he needs to do some serious fuel saving if he wants to reach the end.
He is trying to go for the undercut right now to have the best in lap he can.
Well, that would be the overcut, right? He's staying out longer than everybody else.
Yeah, maybe that's all. Yeah, I have no clue about those terms.
You're just saying random stuff and hoping that it is correct.
I'll probably hear it later. Overcut, undercut. Yeah, you're probably right about that overcut.
Yeah, maybe somebody in the live chat can clear stuff up.
Flappy will have to do the best lap of the race right now.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a difficult one with that fuel saving.
Yeah.
And Urk comes out of the pits just ahead of Mr. Sean and Gary. So for them, the undercut did not work. Urk now ahead of the two of them. He was already ahead before they got their pit stops done, but
well,
still.
AG will lose his third now, I think. because of the penalty, or will he be able to hold on to it? Too fast, coming through.
Drfs even hitting the barrier on the left-hand side. And almost into the gravel. He has got the inside line. Beautiful racing from the two of them. Flappy has reached the pit entry with 0% fuel left.
That is perfectly timed from Flappy.
But between AG and Drfs, it has been very close. And could this penalty have resulted in them not gaining the advantage over Flappy? It seems like Flappy is coming out of the pits alongside with Drfs. Ooh, it's gonna be very close between AG and Flappy. But Flappy did overcut Drfs, it seems.
Managed to get one position out of that. He's going to be under massive pressure from Too Fast.
Yeah, but even so, Drfs has the worst tires and more fuel, but he doesn't care. Drfs is still going for the move. Flappy has the switchback, but a massive tank slapper from Flappy will give Drfs the breathing space heading up the hill to not fight alongside with Flappy. But that cutback could have been very, very useful.
Another thing to consider is that AG and Too Fast has one lap warmer tires than Flappy at the moment.
That's true.
They do have a little bit better grip. Oh, AG really pushing the limits out of the Ferrari. You can see him just losing the rear end all the time. Or is that possibly the little bit of lag we have on screen?
I think it's mostly that lag, but I would not be surprised if there was also a bit of sliding going on. I see that Gary has also gone up to fifth place, sorry, and Urk now down to 6th. So Gary showing that the Diablo can still overtake cars, although or on paper it should be worse.
Well, this is the first race Gary is back in for a while, and as I heard, the backup car is not eligible for points, so he's going to be racing this race without receiving any points. But that's how it is for not having the car.
It is. Oh, wow.
As far as I've understood it in Discord.
I will quickly double check. Oh yeah, if you don't have the F40, you can turn up in whatever you like, but you don't get points.
As long as it's competitive enough, and it seems the Lambo surely is that.
Well, if I knew that, I would have turned up with the SRT Tomahawk. Imagine the grid lineup. Yeah. Tomahawk in first, then just some old crappy F40s behind. Everybody would have been lapped before they could even get to the pit stops.
Yeah. Oh. Sounds and looks like AG is really pushing the F40 to its limits.
Yes, the sliding around has been pretty significant. Meanwhile, Slipstream in first has pulled the gap to 21.5 seconds.
Jeez.
And even put in a new fastest lap, a 1:54.6.
I wonder how the hell he's driving so fast.
Yeah, to put it into perspective, I don't know, sir. Too fastest lap is 1.5 seconds slower. Seconds, not tenths. Seconds. So yeah, that's almighty quick.
Rice, I think Nessie found Slipstream in the toolbox of toolboxes and brought him into DR.
Yeah, I believe it was some online races he did.
Could be. Urk is in front of Gary again, so I think Gary must have had an incident, or was, yeah.
Yes, his last lap was a 2 minute 1.8, which is about 2 seconds slower, maybe even 3 seconds slower than you would normally see. So he sure made some sort of mistake, and Urk capitalized on that, which put him into 5th place.
Mark GT just trying to catch up with the guys in front of him.
He is pushing. His last lap was a personal best, a 158.4.
Oh, and we have AG with a full drift mode. The fact that he's actually keeping the car on track.
Oh, but again he catches some grass with his rear left tire again. And again. My goodness. If he wanted to sign up for a drift competition, I think everybody else would run away in fear. This guy can drift whilst it's not even the objective.
He could be in the Gymkhana Nationals.
Yes. Still, but the battle for second place has been very close. Of course, AG the quickest of them all, but still Too Fast and Flappy can keep up. Flappy getting a great run through that third sector.
He's closing in on Too Fast.
He is certainly closing in, as AG again with a big slide out of the penultimate corner. So one day it's gonna go wrong, and with only 2 more laps left to go,
I think Flappy's lining up. Oh, and Too Fast with a big spin into turn 1.
Keeps it pinned on the apex, no cutback possibility for Flappy. It was surely a very hairy moment for Too Fast into turn number 1. Suddenly the car just went left when it should have gone straight.
It's a miracle he actually kept it on the black stuff.
Yeah. Only lost about 5/10 to his personal best, only in the first sector, so that's pretty reasonable.
He's closed in on AG a little bit again. Oh, and he's right up AG's gearbox at this time.
Yes, it's interesting to see how quickly it can turn around. At one moment, Too Fast is under threat of losing the position. Now he is threatening AG 40 position. Now into the final sector. Again, AG seems to be a bit quicker through that sector.
Very
but
wide for AG.
He has gone very wide, and that will surely give Drfs the place. Yes, it will. Almost spins out.
AG is not in control. Flappy trying to go past on the outside. That's not going to work. AG's got it covered on the inside, I think. Flappy managed to make the move on the outside. Holy crap.
Wow. You can see just a little mistake from AG in that final sector will cost him 2 positions.
But if you notice something else, low power, it's the tires. Look at Too Fast and Flappy's tires versus AG.
Well, yeah, AG has been sliding very much. Also, something to note, Flappy is below 10% of fuel.
Ooh, but yeah, this will be the... Will it be
It will be the final lap.
Are you sure?
No, this is the final lap, yes. Well, not for Slipstream. Maybe not for Too Fast, but I believe so that it will be the final lap for Flappy. And if not, then I will hope for him that it will be the last lap for AG then. AG is also below 10% of fuel at this point.
They might have to do some serious fuel saving.
Too Fast is also below 10% of fuel, so it will be a very slow lap for him if he manages to go on for another lap.
Oh, he went into auto drive briefly. Flappy's caught up a lot.
And I think for the first time in this race, Slipstream made a mistake. His last lap was 4.7 seconds slower than his personal best. Even the gap to second place dropped below 20 seconds.
You were right. Last lap for Flappy Too Fast and AG.
Yes, so Too Fast comes home in second place ahead of Flappy. Then it's AG who is sliding across the finish line, celebrating almost.
He did a Jason Haldir a little too prematurely.
Yeah, he might have. Anyway, AG comes home in fourth place. Then it is gonna be Urk, at least if he can hold it for the final corner. Urk will finish in fifth place, which is a very good result for him. Then gonna be Gary in sixth place in the Diablo, and Mr. Sean will finish just behind him in seventh place. Mark GT, he comes around the final corner and he will finish in eighth. But Slipstream, man oh man oh man,
he has been dominating today.
He has driven that car absolutely to the limit, maybe even 110%. He has been in control for this race since the lights went out. A little challenge from AG into turn 1 could not scare him off. Slipstream will come round the final corner for the final time, for the 16th time. He will power it through, and Slipstream is gonna win round number 4 of the Drivers Group Sunday League. Very well done.
Congratulations to all of the drivers and the top 3 for actually finishing this difficult race.
Yeah, it was a very difficult race. Luckily for Too Fast, he manages to not spin out after that chicane, like he did in qualifying. So luckily for him, he kept it pointed the right direction, and he got a second place out of it. And yeah, unfortunately for AG, the final couple of laps were really tough for him on his rear tires especially. and that has probably cost him the podium place.
Yeah.
So yeah, indeed, very well done to everybody on the field. And at home, I hope you enjoyed this race as well. It was a tough battle for second place and also for fifth place, has to be said, between Gary and Mr. Sean.
Start up the DRFS stream. So thank you all and see you next time.
Bye bye.